Thanks for being with us tonight at 6. I'm Samantha Johnson. We begin tonight with breaking news. 5 people shot inside a home on Indy's northeast side. Our Rich Nye was there this afternoon. He talked to police. Rich, what can you tell us now?
Police say they have a man in custody, Samantha, tonight as a person of interest after 5 people were shot inside a home during a family gathering on Christmas Day. Police were called to this house on Meadowlark Drive around 12:30 this afternoon. A woman who had been shot met police outside the house. Inside, police found another man and woman shot in a back room. They were taken to the hospital by ambulance. The woman did not survive. Police say 4 children were in the house. They were not injured. 3 more adults with gunshot wounds went to the hospital on their own. So to recap and to clarify, a woman was killed. Another woman and 3 men are in stable condition.
I cannot reiterate how tragic this is for these children that were in this home and had to experience this event on a holiday. We have to do better to stop the gun violence and bringing guns into homes, guns into businesses, guns on our streets, to use them in this manner. This is not what we do as a community. We are better than this, and this has to stop.
Police say a gun was recovered inside the house. The person of interest was detained at the house. He was also taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, not a gunshot wound. And I asked police if they believe one person shot all 5 people. They said that is still under investigation tonight.
All right, Rich, more to come. Thank you. We are also monitoring another shooting here in Indianapolis, this one near Kitley Avenue and 46th Street around 11:15 this morning. When police got there, they say they found a man in his 40s who had been shot. He was taken to a nearby hospital where he died. Metro Police say there was some sort of argument before that shooting. So tonight we're working to learn more about a possible suspect in this case. We'll be sure to keep you updated. Just after 6 o'clock on your Christmas Day, it's been a wet and gloomy holiday so far. That rain is expected to stick around until the evening. And unfortunately, Rob Ellis tells me it's just the start of kind of a wet pattern here.
Yeah, I mean, each day all the way through the weekend is going to have at least some chance for rain. Some days better than others, some parts of the day better than others. And that's what I'm going to try to walk people through, because I know there's a lot of you that are wrapping up your holiday and wanting to know when can I travel back or when is going to be the best time to travel. We'll know that radar is still active. Let's get in a little closer and just show you what we're expecting. If you're in Indy or points to the south, it's a pretty steady rain. The roads are wet. We do expect that to continue. If you're a little farther to the north, there's a bit of a difference here. You do see that 69 southbound, 65 southbound, 70 westbound. You're going to be dealing with wet roadways, likely some ponding on the roadways. Wet roadways to the north as well, but maybe not as much ponding on the roads. If you're heading 65 north, once you get past Lafayette, you may see some improvement. I'm not necessarily going to say it's dry pavement, but at least not as much rain falling. Good news here is that temperatures are above freezing and well above freezing, mid-40s. These aren't going to move very much. Overnight, we don't expect the temperatures to drop. I expect them to stay into the 40s. That rain chance will stay with us, and then some improvement as we start to see the rain let up a bit, changing into more of a drizzle or a sprinkle. I'll keep that in your Thursday forecast, and I'll show you that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Today, one of Indy's most popular restaurants brought back an annual event to feed those in need this holiday season. For years now, Country Kitchen Soul Food Place has been serving up meals and smiles. And today, our CEO New Yorker was there.
Good morning. Early Christmas morning, dozens of Santa's little helpers gathered in the kitchen for a long-standing tradition, preparing a holiday meal.
Why not? It's Christmas and this is what we do. And there's so many people that we take for granted has a meal or has gloves or has blankets. And so what a better way to start the day is serving our community with the legacy of what Isaac and Cynthia have done.
For 16 years, Country Kitchen Soul Food Place on North College Avenue in Indianapolis has served meals and smiles for the annual free Christmas Day dinner giveaway. And this year is no different. Organizers tell me that as food prices rise, the need for support is greater than ever.
We have over 100 volunteers that have donated their time to either prepare the food, triage the food, for lack of a better word, or to deliver food to homes. It is an amazing day to have this many people that have decided on Christmas Day to dedicate themselves to the Country Kitchen in our community.
The goal is to serve at least 3,500 home-cooked meals with all the fixins.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening.
From morning to afternoon, the line wrapped around the building, with many people excited to get inside and take part in the festivities. Many telling me they are grateful for the kindness of community.
You got a stuffed animal?
Oh, this is
And what do you got?
What do you have?
You
You got
got Spider-Man?
Oh, that's so nice. This is really wonderful. And you got something good to eat.
Yes, some good food.
The true Christmas spirit. Reporting in Indianapolis,
I feel really good. I want to tell y'all I really love Christmas. It's the best time of the year. And Merry Christmas, everybody. Indianapolis, Indiana, it's the best.
See a New Yorker, 13 News.
Well, right now, a church in Franklin is looking to spread some holiday cheer to those in need. In fact, there's just half an hour left to dine in at Grace United Methodist Church. They're offering free holiday meals to anyone and everyone. Earlier today, they even offered free meals for carryout and delivery too. So if you're interested, that event runs until 6:30 tonight. Well, our local first responders are still on duty, of course, and they're ready to go on this Christmas Day, and they're doing it with a smile. Our Marina Silva is here in studio with how local firefighters are making the most of this holiday.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Now, for all the first responders, it's still a day where they have to help. People could need the help. But for the Carmel Fire Department, today has been just that. Even before noon, firefighters had responded to about 15 calls for help. One of those calls was to take off a titanium ring. A 12-year-old girl showed up at the firehouse with her dad with a ring she had just gotten for Christmas. But it was too small and would not come off. Luckily, firefighters had the tools to get the ring off. Firefighters say, while it's still a regular work day for them, it's not for their families. But just like many of us working today, they, along with the big man at the North Pole, make it work.
We have a good relationship with Santa Claus. So I have kids myself, and they wrote a letter. He was able to show up last night for us. So we were able to celebrate Christmas yesterday. But here in Carmel, all of our apparatus are fully staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, including on Christmas Day. So all of our apparatus have a full personnel, and all of our trucks are in service like any other day.
Firefighters say they also respond to a lot of battery fires. So for those toys that do require batteries, don't leave them on the charger so long that they overheat and cause a fire. So big thank you to everyone working today, including the first responders working to keep us safe.
And doing it with a smile.
Yes.
I like that. Thank you, Marina. Well, today also marks the first day of the Jewish holiday Hanukkah, and here in Indy, every day throughout the rest of the holiday, a different Jewish community group will hold a candle lighting. The first one was just an hour ago, so if you missed out on today's celebration, these candle lightings will be at the Jewish Community Campus here in Indy. The second lighting is tomorrow night at 5, and then they will light the menorah each night until the 8th and final night on New Year's Day. This weekend, Frederick Douglass Park is hosting a Kwanzaa celebration. This is a free event put on by Indy Parks and Rec to teach people about the holiday and the history of the holiday through stories and songs. Kwanzaa, by the way, is a week-long celebration of African American culture. Saturday's event runs from 10 to 2.